Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I took a pause from commissions for January to focus a little bit on my own projects and creativity, and today I'll be working on updating / creating a new look for one of my characters. I'll show you my process and how I put ideas down while sketching, but first a small word from our sponsor. Today's video is kindly sponsored by Skillshare. As some of you guys know, I am a full-time digital artist and I love to see how other fellow artists do things and find inspiration to implement new techniques in my daily work. I believe we should always be curious to learn and improve ourselves, and Skillshare is perfect for that. It's the largest online learning community for creatives, with thousands of classes taught by industry experts across film, illustration, design, freelance, productivity, so you can easily approach that skill you always wanted to learn by following each lesson at your own pace. For example, I am mostly into character design, so I started following Jazz's class on Skillshare, which is incredibly well done and also very fun, and I'm learning this method and enjoying it a lot. There's definitely something for everybody, no matter your skill level, and this month they are focusing on the theme of creativity as a practice to inspire us to make time to create in our daily life as a form of self-care. You can join by using the link in the description or scan the QR code, and the first 500 people to use my link will receive a 1-month free trial of Skillshare, which is a great deal in my opinion. You can learn a lot in 1 month, so get started today. Thank you so much Skillshare for supporting my channel. Okay, the first thing I like to do is looking for inspiration, and my favorite way to do that is usually reading or looking at my favorite comics. Why comics in particular? Because I like to look at dynamic poses and facial expressions, and that can help you create a fun character study. But since today I am already starting with an idea, I am going to skip that specific part and jump directly into sketching. I am using the line art brush I made as always, but with the streamline and stabilization set very low for sketching, and you can find the free download on my coffee shop. And I'll start on a big canvas, so I have enough space to brainstorm poses, accessories, and whatever comes to my mind. Today's character is a techie girl living in a futuristic environment like Futurama vibe, and she's into robotic. Yeah, groundbreaking, but bear with me, she's a character I created years ago. That's why she has a little body robot on her shoulder in my previous artworks. But since today I want to give her a revamp, I'll focus on her outfit and hair only. I'll start by creating some bases, keeping in mind the age and body shape of the character. I use a simplified version of the classic circles and lines method for the face and body, just to give me an idea of all the proportion. This is a first rough sketch, but feel free to give yourself more guidelines if you need to. We are just putting down the first poses, ideas, so there's no need to make it perfect now. Another note on referencing for poses: I suggested you look at comics, other artists' work is fine too, or even better, photographs of real people. I know many people use Pinterest to get ideas, but I wouldn't really recommend to go there now, as those you see are pretty much all AI generated images, and referencing those poses might lead to your hand picking up a bad habit or learn incorrect anatomy. Obviously, other artists can make mistakes too, and that's why if you're just starting out, definitely go for photos of real people, but human error is much different than AI generated errors, and a trained eye can definitely tell those apart. Plus, you know, we humans make no mistakes. We have happy accidents.
We have happy accidents.
Just kidding, of course, but be careful what you reference. And speaking of mistakes, don't be afraid of erasing and redoing something. It's okay to change your mind while making art. That's what makes you human. Today we are all terrified of making mistakes, I feel like, and you don't need to be. You just saw me moving the arm, changing the shape of the body, and even on the sketches you see in a moment, I will change a lot during the process. So if you feel like you want to change something, change it. You're just sketching right now. That's what sketches are for. So moving on, now I'm working on a couple of bases for some facial expressions. Lately I try to create characters that are more dynamic. I don't know, I was feeling kind of stale lately on the way I draw faces, so I really needed to work on this to refresh myself and have fun. Okay, now that our bases are ready, we can jump onto the fun part, the design. I will definitely change her hairstyle, and I already have something in mind, and remove her bag and update her dungarees and shoes. I will only keep some key details, you'll see in a moment, and I won't draw the little robot for today. So let's see what I come up with. So I'll start by creating a new level and cleaning up the lines first. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect, I just want to see the shapes a little bit better before I jump onto creating a new outfit. And obviously she needs her facial features to be turned on. Obviously I forgot one of the brows, always happens. Oh, there you go. As you can see, I definitely want to keep the braids in her hair because I think they make it more interesting and textured while still being an hairstyle that makes sense. Don't know why, but I feel like I want to draw hairstyles that can actually be recreated in real life. Why? No idea, I just felt like it. And a little piece that goes on the front, and here and there some little strands and a ponytail. I'll also keep the band-aid on her nose, but I'll make it a bit smaller. It's supposed to be one of those things you put on to open your nostrils and breathe better. I'm going to pretend our character suffers with allergies. Not implausible considering how polluted the hair will probably be in the future. But in the old artworks it was way too big and it looked like a blackhead strip, so let's change that. And I'm also going to make the head a little bit bigger, as you can see, because she was looking a little too tall. Let's move on to the outfit. I still want her to wear dungarees, but I'm going to make it more interesting by having the pants long on one side and short on the other. Nothing too crazy, of course, but this weird outfit idea came to my head randomly in the middle of the night, and that's what made me think to update the character, because I thought it would really fit her vibe. And I'm also changing her shoes and giving her some sneaker platforms. I think these look really cute and kind of futuristic. In the previous artworks, she has a big star in the middle of her pocket, but let's update that with a constellation. I think that keeps the same idea but makes the design a little bit more intricate. If you struggle drawing hands, I posted a video before this one where I copy some pictures of my own hands and I show you how I do it, so you can practice with me using this method. And I obviously forgot to finish one of the shoes. Oh boy. And let's finish things up by adding some more details here and there. I'm going to add the little hair clips and maybe some constellation earrings. And we're done with the outfit. I think she looks way more interesting now. I really like how it turned out. I especially think the little braid on the side, it's really cute. I'll probably add maybe a backpack or redesign the little robot later on as ideas come to my head, but you'll definitely see that because I will post this artwork on my Instagram once I'm done with it. And now we can definitely move on to some facial expressions. I'm cleaning the sketches here too a little bit, but I'm keeping it a little bit more rough because I want to practice drawing expressions from the top of my head without using references. That's just a fun challenge that you can try to if you want. So let's see how this turned out. This one will be a very happy, simple laughter. Don't forget that when a character is moving, hair will follow that movement and flow around too. If you draw the hair in the same position every time, it will look super stiff and kind of unnatural, so don't be afraid to play with hair strands and give it life. For the second one, I'll go for more of a serious slash annoyed facial expression. I feel like brows are one of the most important things to give life to your character. It's the best way to convey convincing emotions. So my advice is to really practice drawing brows in all their shapes and form. In the third one, she will be a little bit perplexed or confused. I want her to look like she's thinking about something. As you can see, I changed this one quite a lot because I wasn't very convinced on her mouth. And finally, moving on to the last one. This one will be a little bit angry slash frustrated, and this is my favorite one by far. As you see in this sketch here, the mouth and her brows are really the key elements to express the emotion. And since I wanted to have kind of a cartoonish slash comic book look, I really like to exaggerate the expressions a little bit. Right now, as I said before, I'm also playing with her hair, putting the strands through her fingers. And now I'm finishing off by centering everything in the page, and I'm gonna fill with a gray layer to see the silhouette of the artwork better. Let me know if you'd like to see how I would color this type of sketches. I can definitely make a video about it if you're interested. Thank you so much guys for watching. Feel free to recreate the character in your style if you want. You can also reference the poses I drew today, and I hope you have a super lovely day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!